Hello, my name's Scott. I want to thank you for the time you're taking to check out our site and see what we can do to help you with your business. I wanted to start off with introducing you to myself and my sweet little family. That's a picture of us in a vacation, actually a couple of years ago, to SeaWorld. We live in a small little town outside of Jackson Hole, Wyoming, called Afton, Wyoming. We have two claims of fame. We have the world's largest Elkhorn arch. Yeah, that's right. There's about 3,000 set of antlers there spanning our main street. Our nearest stoplight, they just installed one about 30 minutes up the road from us. Before that, it was about an hour and a half away. And our other claim to fame in our small little town is the world's largest intermittent spring. That's right. You can Google both those. This spring's just a couple miles up the road, up the canyon. Literally, the water that you go to the store and buy, spend a couple bucks for a few ounces, we water our lawns with. Comes out of the tap. So what's the point of all this? Number one, I wanted to introduce you to myself and get to know somebody that you might be working a little bit with. And number two, to let you understand that when we moved up here, we moved from the city to raise our kids in a small town. It's so small, the town's only 1,500 people. I couldn't earn a living from the people from the town. I had to earn my income from the internet. And over the last 15 years, 90% or more of my income has come from the internet in one form or another. I've had several businesses, several different approaches, but some form or another it's come from the internet. And I learned a few things over the course of the last 15 years. Number one is how to get search engine rankings. And I'm going to show you here in a second search engine rankings for your industry in your area that I did just last night, actually. But learned how to get the rankings, how to turn those rankings into traffic, how to turn the traffic into leads, and how to turn leads into customers, which means money, which is what we're all after. We have to pay our bills and provide for our families. Now, I shouldn't have to convince you why you want to be on the internet. This is a graph showing in 2008, 72% of the people in the United States had access to the internet. Over the last 15 years, you think about it, 15 years ago, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but 15 years ago, people got their information, from TV, from newspapers, from reading books, from Yellow Page ads if they were looking for goods or services. 15 years ago, a lot of people didn't even have cell phones. Now, my son in junior high, and everybody has cell phones in junior high, and a lot of people in elementary school have cell phones, and they're all connected to the internet, and they all know what Google is. And Google has basically turned into be a verb. Hey, I Googled it. But anyway, I shouldn't have to convince you that, but I wanted to show you this. And this is a graph that shows that basically Google dominates the search engine market, and that can change. It's ever evolving. But enough of this. Let's get to the fun stuff. As they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. This is a Google screenshot I took this morning. I typed in best chiropractor Layton, Utah. If you're a chiropractor in the Layton area, do you think that maybe somebody that might be interested in your service might search for something like that? I know I would. That's why I typed it in. And somebody that does this type of search, they're not just curious. They've got an issue. They've got a back issue. They've got a neck issue. They've got something they're in need of. They're looking for who to go to. Well, that would be you, wouldn't it? Now, there's 7,000 competitors for that phrase. And in 6 hours, I was able to do a little movie, and I was able to get to the top of Google for what they call the organic listings. Don't normally count these maps and so forth, even if you want to say it's the second. How was I able to step in front of 7,000 people in 2 hours? Well, that's what I do for my clients. And by the way, I'm promoting the best chiropractor LaytonUtah.com site. That's a site that whichever chiropractor raises its hand and wants to do business with me, they will have access to that site. We will cross promote it with your normal site as well as some other sites, etc. So here's the goal. The goal is to not just have one listing. The goal is to do multiple pieces of information over time and literally dominate the first page of Google. As we all know, the vast majority of business these days originates in one form or another from Google. And by the way, there's a difference between what we call the sponsored links over here on the top and on the side and the organic information. Sponsored links, if you don't know, you have to pay to be there. You pay every time somebody clicks. If I were to click right there, I could cost this person some money. You just sit there and click all day long and cost people money if you want to be a jerk. And there are kids, high school kids out there that do that. They understand that and they'll just cost you money. Well, their studies have shown that people are 8 times more likely to click down here in the organic listings versus on top and over on the side. So this is where you want to be, and you want to dominate that. And the approach here is to not to just have one listing. The approach is to do multiple pieces of information over time and dominate the first page of Google for multiple what we call keyword phrases. Can you see how that would help your business? Can you see how that would increase your business and your bottom line? I certainly hope so. Now, the email that I sent out to you went out to other chiropractors in your area. I will work with one. I'm not going to compete against myself. That doesn't make any sense. I will work with one chiropractor in the area. First person to raise their hand and say, I want to do business with you. My contact information is below. Send me an email. That way I can track who's the first. Give me your phone number. Give me your contact information. Let me know if you want to do business with me. And we can call and chat. Until then, have a profitable day.